We're told to make our mixes balanced and to fit into a genre, but that's not what got me 3.5 million streams in the last 12 months. Let me tell you the story. So an A&R from one of my favourite record labels, they reached out to me about a year ago now, and they asked me for some demos, and I was absolutely buzzing at the time. So I made a batch of demos. I spent about 2 weeks. I made a ton of ideas, and I sent them 3 tracks. And I was pretty hyped on them. I thought they would really like them, and they had some positive comments about the tracks themselves, but their main feedback was that they needed to hear more personality and more uniqueness. They said there's so much music in this space, electronic music, that you really need to do something a little bit different to stand out. So first of all, I took that as like, oh, I need to do something so different, like something that is unheard of. And I spent the next couple of months like trying to develop something that like I just hadn't heard before, until I kind of realized that is so unrealistic. And really, there's nothing that new in dance music. It's just that people will take what's already out there and then put their own spin on it. And as soon as I started to kind of understand that, things started to change. It took the pressure off trying to reinvent the wheel. And I also realized that my personality was in the tracks, but that it was just too subtle. It was too quiet in the mix for anyone to hear. And I think that's a confidence thing. I wasn't confident enough to like push the elements that were a little bit more full of personality and were more unique, because I guess there's like a fear of like not fitting in, or like we're told to fit into a genre, and if you do something that doesn't quite fit in there, you kind of worry about what it'll be perceived like. But actually they're the exact things that we need to push more in the mix. So I came up with a formula that then really helped me to get more records signed, and my streams started going up from there. Now the rule sounds simple, but it's basically having 2 to 3 elements that stand out and that kind of drive the track forward more than everything else. And it kind of goes against all the mixing advice you might have been given to make everything balanced, because if everything is so balanced, then nothing stands out. And that was the problem that I was facing. So let me prove it to you. I'll play you a few snippets of a couple of my songs, and you should be able to understand which bits stand out straight away. The first song I'm going to play you is the song that attracted the record label to get in touch with me in the first place. So check this out.
This is a new life, a new way, a new possibility, a new day. So, may I please have this dance? May I please have this dance? May I please have this dance? So, may I please have this dance?
So I'd love to hear what you thought were the main elements that stood out to you. So for song 1, drop it in the comments and let me know. But for me, it was the lead vocal was the main thing that hooked you in. And after that main vocal had finished and it dropped, there was this melody that came in. And I remember turning that melody up for the second part of the song. And the combination of the vocals and the melody are really what drives this song forwards. Now, if I'd blended that melody into the background too much, it just wouldn't have hit. Same with the vocal, it just wouldn't have worked. Let me show you another example. Okay, so this song's called Someone Special. I only released it a couple of weeks ago. And take a listen. Let's do another little test. So let me know in the comments, again, which sections stood out to you. But for me, the vocal saying very, very special, that was something that I wanted to keep a little bit more front and center. And then you'll hear it changed where the vocal stopped and a melody came in. Now further on in the song, I actually combine them both happening at the same time. But throughout most of the rest of the track, I'm kind of interplaying between the vocal and the melody. And I think having those 2 sections at the forefront of the track really helped give it some identity. And I guarantee you can do this with all your favorite songs. So go take a listen to them and see if you can pinpoint the 2 to 3 elements that really stand out. And if you start doing this in your production, I guarantee your songs will start feeling more full, more identity driven, and they'll have more personality. And that hopefully will lead to more signings, more streams, and building yourself up as an artist. artist. That's what's happened with me, and I'm going to keep on going on this journey. Now I just want to add that this is the exact kind of thing that I help music producers with. I run a private community hosted over on Discord. It's full of electronic music producers, sending in demos, getting feedback, and just helping them develop in this exact way. The aim is basically to make better music, get it signed, and grow your artist project. If you feel like you need any help with that kind of thing, then I'll drop a link to the Discord below. Feel free to check it out. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for listening. And yeah, there's another video popping up now, and I'll catch you on the next one.